going way back into time, 1800s, early 1900s. This ring that I'm wearing, will give you one quick close-up shot because when it hits the screen, we anticipate a sellout. We thought you might like to see it in advance. It's rose quartz. It's actually quartz, and it's kind of a almost a pearl-like look, and then you look at it again, it kind of looks like opal. It's a real blend of things. It's all set in the original setting. We're talking about antique jewelry that was made in, this past couple of years, but made with the old tools, made in the old style of, and I use the word casting, but we're going to talk about what it really means in the period of the 1800s.
It's brand new, it's special, and it's for you, and that'll be about 26 minutes from now.
Absolutely. What we're going to show you right now, Wes and Pam have picked for you something that is very traditional, but all of a sudden it's fashion. Take a look at the radiant cut solitaire. It's gorgeous.
This one, unfortunately, a very special brand new show. It's going to be interesting in many ways, not the least of which will be some fabulous product offered at ValueVision prices, and both Carmela Richards and a special guest.
Special guest.
Yeah.
A lot
in fact, she has two special guests. Tim Temple will be here this morning. Many of you will remember Tim from the former CDN. And a special guest, the gentleman who has designed much of the jewelry you'll be seeing here very shortly.
Antique jewelry.
Yeah. How much time do we have remaining?
We don't have time to do one more.
What we're going to do is say thanks for being with us. Stay tuned. You're just going to find it be entertaining, enjoyable, and a terrific opportunity.
By the way, tomorrow, don't forget our coin jewelry show. We have that coming up, and then on Sunday, of course, all the new earrings that we'll be showing you, too.
That's
so stay tuned for that. Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern. Let's check in. I believe, are we, Carmela, going to take a peek here at a couple things?
You bet we will. You're going to love the show this morning. Come join us. It's Vintage Jewelry, a special edition. You'll meet a gentleman from behind the scenes who comes out on camera this morning to help us understand how this incredibly detailed and beautifully embellished jewelry comes to be. Today's your day to shop 2 hours of vintage jewelry, and you will see from where the originals come from and the tools that were created many, many centuries ago to create the jewels that you'll be wearing today right here on ValueVision. And we'll also introduce Mr. Tim Temple to the ValueVision team. So come join us. Vintage Jewelry next on the air, here just for you. Our edition of the fine vintage jewelry collection, featuring ornate, festive, and embellishment. Today, using the same equipment from the turn of the century, equipment that has been meticulously restored and maintained. The William C. Green Company produces new and exciting pieces that are not reproductions, but are the real thing, made from the original antique tools, capturing the delicate, feminine look of yesteryear. Join us, along with special guest Benjamin Lambert, co-chairman of the William C. Green Company and antique and estate jewelry expert, for our 2-hour fine vintage jewelry collection Friday, June 12th at 10 a.m. here on ValueVision. You feel like you're at home?
You know, actually it does.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
Deja vu.
If you walk in and it's everyone you know is here.
That's it. And the folks at home
And the folks
as well.
at home. Hi.
Tim Temple joining us for a very special edition of Vintage Jewelry. We want to welcome all of you. And before we get started, you haven't seen Tim in at least 2.5 years.
Yeah, about 2 years.
Right?
A little over.
You've always had a passion for this old-fashioned jewelry as well.
Especially the handmade, which this is
Look what he's found.
the ultimate handcrafted
Take a look
stuff.
at this. We'll show you some of the men's jewelry, earrings, neck chains, bracelets, pendants, rings as well. 2 hours of vintage jewelry. Why
Take this up because I'm smiling for no reason.
Oh, you love the handmade stuff as well.
Yeah, I really do, the handcrafted stuff, because there's a craftsmanship that goes into it, and also the fact that I think there's more of a love of the art that goes into it than a lot of the jewelry today, which is a lot more of a computer-operated or more of the cast type stuff. So it's very, very different.
We're going to go back in time today.
Yes, we are, quite literally.
We've been talking with Benjamin this morning, who comes to us from the William C. Green Company, who's been established in Rhode Island since, my goodness, 1843, and still exists there today. You'll meet Benjamin, and you'll see the tools, and you'll also see the book that has been built for many, many centuries. We'll start you off with a brand new ring. However, as we show this to you at a great low price, start your shopping now as we show you a beautiful, handcrafted 14-karat gold band and setting, amethyst in the center, valued at $175. Vintage shopping spree begins now. Your price not at $175 or $125. $79 for everyone that dials in. Call 1-800-788-2454 and treat yourself to something that really is from the past. And in a moment, we'll find out more information, but I'd like to get you started on your shopping spree. And since there are a lot of amethyst collectors out there, we'll also be using a 2-minute clock. So, Greg, if you'll have that on standby, this delicate beauty, and truly the word delicate was used to describe pieces many, many years ago. This is delicate, but you'll also find that it's very, very strong. It's durable. It will last you. And the stone in the center is magnificent. It is a true amethyst stone set. You can see the prong setting. That's all gold. The extra treatment along the side here that is not filigree. That's all gold. That's heavy gold, and it's actually a very beautiful ring to be worn on any finger imaginable and to be worn with your other rings. And that purple stone is magnificent. 2-minute clock goes up. The countdown is on already. Calls coming in from all over the country. Item S1425 has been handmade as well. We're going to be showing you today marquee amethyst. We have raindrop earrings, rhodolite garnet, onyx. We have diamonds. We also have blue lace agate necklace, which I'm wearing for you. Also have filigree earrings, which are introduced for the very first time today. If you would like the amethyst before it sells out, which it is on its way to doing that, call 1-800-788-2454. Don't you agree?
Good segue.
Huh?
This is great to be back.
Is it great to be back? Do you feel
yeah. This really is. The one thing that I think needs to be pointed out, and perhaps I stepped out here just for a minute to get some more information. Well, I guess you mentioned be discussing the history of not so much the jewelry, as actually the creative process that goes into making the jewelry, which I'm aware that a lot of you at home know about that. That is, that this is done largely by hand, and the original tools that go back some 100 years at least, if not more. But the thing to keep in mind is because of the incredible hand labor that goes into this, such labor-intensive products, that the quantities on all of these are going to be relatively limited simply because they cannot. This is not something that's run by computers. It's not something that's run by the very, very fast multi-million-dollar machines like a lot of the gold jewelry today is created on. This is stuff that it takes a single craftsman to take it from start to finish. And it is something that you've got to bear in mind as you're considering it, is because of the labor intensity, time is of the essence as far as creating a quantity. They can't do a whole lot of it. If you see it, as you can see, you're saving, in this case, almost $100, and this is for a genuine amethyst. And I know, speaking just for myself, who have just spent quite a bit of time in the Caribbean area, which is so-called famous for discount jewelry, and it is true, you can get some lower prices there. I can tell you right now that to get when they have all the computer-generated jewelry down there, it's all the mass-produced stuff. That's what the majority that you find in that market. At $79 for an amethyst is, I mean, if somebody came back and said, take a look at this ring, what do you think? I paid only $79, it was computer-generated in this size. That's amazing, but this is done by hand.
By hand.
Is phenomenal.
Let's meet the man who helps us all really come to life here. Benjamin, come join us up here and meet Benjamin Lambert. Hi. Yeah, welcome into ValueVision. We've been gabbing all morning.
Yeah.
And in fact, why don't you take us for a little tour here of the tools that were used here, Benjamin, please.
Okay. This set of tools by its style was created between 1890 and 1900.
Wow.
This was during the period of time in the United States.
Can I have this?
But of course.
Smarty. That's heavy.
Yes, it is.
What is it made of?
It's made out of steel. How the steel is made, the design is impressed into the steel, and then the steel is hardened after, in most cases, because the cost of manufacturing sets of tools today is so expensive that the more modern casting manufacturing techniques are more prevalent today because it's less expensive to make the sets of tools.
Can I ask you something? We've been looking at this ring here. Take a look at this lady like that, but I have a 10-month-old daughter at home, and I would like to select something for her. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, the price will be much more than we're paying today, of course.
Well, I've never seen prices go down.
I was afraid he was going to say I've never seen them this low, right? I know our prices are very, very low. We're going to have a recap in just a moment. Right now, what I'd like to do is toss to Tim Temple with our next buy while Ben and I prepare for you a very special recap.
Well, you saw the other sellout just a very, very short time ago. We'll have just a couple minutes to take a look at this. It is the twin of the Pave Sapphire ring, this time obviously done in rubies. Once again, this is valued at $870. It's almost a $900 ring. And if you'd like this for the next couple minutes, this is, I think, honestly, one of the best buys in the entire program this morning. $249. That's almost a $900 ring at almost 2/3 off. Now, if you'd like to get a hold of this, please call quickly because, as you can imagine, quantities on virtually every item this morning have been rather low. And as I said, we only have a couple minutes or so we'll be spending on this before we move on. If you would like it, it's item number G1570, G1570, from $870 to $249. And if you'd like to get in on it, or any item for that matter at ValueVision, you can call anytime, 24 hours a day, toll-free from anywhere in the U.S. at 1-800-788-2454. You can use Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or the Discover card. I believe we have a telephone call, and that being the case, let's go ahead and take somebody live on the air. Hi, this is Tim, and you're live on the air.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the program. And your first name, please.
Letitia.
And Letitia, you're calling from where today?
Mississippi.
And Letitia, you've been watching the show, I take it, this morning then?
Yes, I
And it
have.
sounds like you've been enjoying it.
It's wonderful. I love this antique style jewelry.
Do you own a lot of the antique style now?
No, I don't, but it's gorgeous. I would like to.
You know, one thing I've always liked about the vintage look is that it's a look that never seems to go out of style. There's a term I like to use called flavor of the month, which refers to like a lot of the passing fads. But this is a proven classic look.
Uh-huh.
This is something I'm sure you're going to enjoy for many, many years. This would be for yourself, then, I take it.
Oh, yes.
And you say you don't own the vintage. Cut her off there. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize for that. Didn't mean to cut her off there. As you can see, lines have gone absolutely berserk. If you are online for this, please stay there. The best advice I can give you at this point is do not hang up. If you do, relinquish your place in line. We do take calls in the order received. But right now, in just a scant few moments, we will once again be turning over to Carmela, who is going to begin the recap of items. And these are going to be all the items that still have quantity. Obviously, a great many have sold out, but these will be items that still have quantity in the vintage jewelry line that we've been enjoying here for the last couple hours.
And we started with item S1431. Before they're gone, I invite you to call now. 10-karat gold diamond in the center in white gold. The rest of the piece, which is all all crafted. We're talking about the Embert for joining us today. Your delight.
It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to be here.
Come back
Thank you.
anytime. We'll
We
see you
look
again
forward to it.
on the next vintage collection, only from ValueVision. Tim Temple will also be here along with Susan Garrett. I know she can't wait to try on all these rings and things. She's another one who loves all the vintage. I'm Carmela Richards. We'll be right back with more from ValueVision. Don't go away. Thank you.
Oh, no, the clock is broken! Oh, but that means it's Midnight Madness all weekend long. That means you'll find great buys in gold and silver and watches and collectibles and housewares and more. But you won't have to stay up till midnight to take advantage of Midnight Madness. And Midnight Madness means low quantity. Midnight Madness means affordable prices. And it happens every hour all weekend long. And it's going to start Friday at noon and go till Monday at noon, only right here on ValueVision. And we got to get the clock fixed.
Well, welcome back into our show. Did you find the antique ring you wanted? If you didn't, keep calling in. Now, Carmela gave you the last of those item numbers. You can still call in. And we have someone special. You've already seen Tim, but I haven't seen you till this moment.
I know.
It's great
It
to
is
be
very
back
good
on
to
the
see
air
you.
with you.
It is fun to see you guys. It's really like it's sort of a reunion.
You know,
when you walk in the building here.
it feels like that.
It really is, and I've already, talked to many people on the phone.
I heard some of
Go
the
back
phone
to
calls.
CVN, and yeah, for folks at home, I don't know if you can appreciate this or not, but you walk in this building and having worked with people for years and years, and they're all back. It is the true CVN crew that is back together. So we're very, very happy to be back working as a team again.
One thing we're going to do now for the first hour is something that we're very familiar with at CVN. Actually, Karen Connolly's the one that made it so popular, was our bracelet jamboree.
Absolutely.
That's right. Remember Karen with all the bracelets on her arms? We're going to do something for you right now for a solid hour, for 60 minutes. We're going to make sure you get a bracelet, whether it's gold, whether it's antique. We have some silver pieces coming up. Why don't we do this? Can we take a look at some of the items that we're going to be split? Is 7 inches long. It's 5/16 of an inch wide. You know what? Again, we're at $18 a gram for 18-karat gold.
I can also tell you this is the single hottest look in the Caribbean right now.
Really? Now, wait a minute. Why? What part of that is?
Well, the allure of this particular piece was really caught on, in particular in Jamaica. This has been outrageous.
Really?
Yeah, I can spend a lot of time there. The reason it is very simple. It gives you the look of diamonds without a price tag. Plain and simple, that's why. And this one has, in more of the complex looks, has overwhelmingly outsold.
Now
any
that
other
is
piece.
interesting. I do look at this and see diamonds. You know, what we're actually seeing is the diamond-cut gold right there that has that little kind of a kiss.
A single penny of additional shipping cost. Another exclusive viewer service from ValueVision.
Welcome back into our show. Thanks for coming back. I'm Susan Garrett.
And my name is Tim Temlin. Thanks for watching ValueVision.
We're going to keep going here because we have a half an hour, and actually, Tim, if I count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different things. We're going to move fast. We'll show you something right now. I talked about flattening your tummy and strengthening your fanny.
Shipping cost. Another exclusive viewer service from ValueVision. Welcome in, everybody. It's Midnight Madness. This is the real thing. We've got Midnight Madness all weekend, but boy, oh boy, this is the very real, honest-to-goodness, once and for all, real McCoy. Steve Sedahl is my name. Glad to have you shopping with us tonight. Shannon Smith is along as well, and we have got limited quantity items tonight during this hour. Sports cards, along about the half-hour mark. We've got collectible cards tonight. Some of the most popular cards ever presented. In fact, I think we picked out some of the most popular. Unfortunately, some of them have sold out that we can't get, but the ones that remain in inventory that are big in demand are coming up tonight, okay? Well, good enough. Let's go ahead and present to you our first item on ValueVision tonight. It is Radar Men from the Moon. If you